McKamey Manor is an extreme haunted house where they take scary and cruel to a whole new level, taking their paying customers through literal hell. Today we're going to be covering some more cases behind McKamey Manor in another extremely sick and twisted haunted house. So I'm not going to lie, what's going on everybody? My name is Chris and welcome back to the channel. As you guys see by the title, today we're not only going to be covering McKamey Manor, but we're also going to be covering another haunted house, the Heretic house. It's a little bit less extreme than McKamey Manor, but not by much. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. Cases against the manor. Russ McKamey uses a lot of legal loopholes to get around the system to not be arrested for the crimes that he commits. Seems as though he more or less has people sign their life away on a 28-page document, giving them pretty much all rights to do everything up until the point of killing you. They once tortured a man so badly that he passed out multiple times. Workers only stopped because they thought they had killed him. Multiple people have come out and spoke about the manor in the past couple years, explaining in graphic detail their extreme torture that they went through, while all just trying to win $20,000, which is more or less impossible anyway, because Russ won't let it happen. This is Laura Hertz Brotherton, who went through the Manor's San Diego haunted house. She claims that the experience sent her to the hospital. She then arrived to the hospital covered in bruises and with tons of little scratches inside of her mouth because the workers at the Manor were sticking fish hooks inside of her mouth. She also claims the workers blindfolded her, duct taped her hands together, submerged her by her ankles in water, and even buried her alive, leaving her to only breathe out of a straw. Of course, other participants being forced to eat their own vomit, being shoved inside of rancid water, and of course being buried alive in a casket full of spiders. A petition has started to cancel the manor, claiming that it's only a kidnapping and torture house. Of course, following up with saying that people that have gone through the manor have to go through professional psychiatric help and medical care for their extreme injuries. There's also a ton of different allegations around the workers. Seems as though they're not given any prompts to use and more or less work on instinct. So if they decide to grab you by the back of your head and shove you into the water, that's all their psychological thinking. It's not like they have a script or anything. They're literally just able to do whatever they want to you as long as they don't kill you. Which personally I find to be a little bit ridiculous because, I mean, to be fair, you are signing a 28-page document, but you couldn't pay me $1 million to try to go through this. You're more or less signing your life away for nothing because you're not going to win. A woman speaking out saying that one of the workers, as she got ready to go through the house, looked at her dead in her eyes and said, "I'm going to tear you apart," and then smiled. With one of the other workers or actors saying, "I'll drag her by her bald head. No one is leaving this place with eyebrows today." Moral of the story, the manor is just a messed up place. Not somewhere you want to go, nor do you want to waste your time trying to win $20,000 that you're just not going to be able to win. It also doesn't help that some of the workers at these places are convicted felons. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a convicted felon, but when you're convicted with some of the crimes that they have committed, and they're working in a place where they can more or less do anything they want to these people, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. The Heretic House. The Heretic House is an extreme immersive horror experience centered around strong narratives, intelligent themes, and unmatched physical situations, sexual tones, brutal aggression, and of course intense situations you should expect. On their website, they also have a drop-down menu reading extreme immersive horror, locations in Las Vegas, Los Angeles, the UK, and Switzerland, individual show, and with group sessions. Oddly enough, it has simulated R-word, nudity, and gore. It also then reads simulated claustrophobia, torture, and brutal aggression. So more or less, the Heretic House is a simulated horror experience, where you can experience things most people probably wouldn't. I'm not sure why you would want simulated R-word or other things like that to happen to you, but they do offer it. Their website also reads that it doesn't get more real than this. The ideas are genius. Follow a serial killer who commits murders, join a documentary crew infiltrating a dangerous cult, be transformed through the body of modification, stay overnight in an isolated cabin in the woods. So some of those ideas are actually pretty cool. Infiltrating a dangerous cult does sound like something I would do. The Heretic House began in 2012 as an underground experiment. The creator wanted the experiment to be the most brutal and the most abusive experience possible. 3 friends were instructed by Adrian Marcato to really inflict pain and draw blood in order to push past the boundaries in what is experienced from a traditional haunted house. In 2013, the structure of the Heretic House C changed into a sequence of nightmarish episodes that 7 subjects entered. The response was positive following the simulations introducing new clients and began to spread by word of mouth. The Heretic House was never created to make any money, support any religion or charity. There is no association with Halloween, only pure underground horror. There is nothing like this experience as it consistently changes into new formats. So the Heretic House definitely sounds pretty interesting, but as I said before, some of the things that are simulated is stuff that you probably wouldn't want to have to happen to you in general, nor simulated against you. I just find it to be a little bit extreme. But as it says on the website, it's not to make any money. It's not for charity, it's not for religion. It's for people who are into extreme and utter underground horror. I don't want to experience some of those things. As I read before, there's R-word and other things like that that you can experience through this simulation if you are, I guess, into those kind of things. But as I said, moral of the story, story, it's not as bad as McKamey Manor, seen as though it is simulated, but in my opinion, the things that you can simulate can and probably are a lot worse than the things that do happen in McKamey Manor. So that is actually going to do it for me today, guys. Hopefully you did go and enjoy today's video, and if you did, don't forget to smack a like on it. That'd be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm posting twice a week, Monday and Thursday, and I'm also posting shorts throughout every single day. But with all of that being said, my name is Chris, and of course I will catch you guys on the next one.